Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron and the Germany campaign. We are a few days in advance. Had some issues with the recording, but we've managed to sort that out. And yeah, we're doing pretty well. The infrastructure has been built. So we have a load more infrastructure, I think, that's coming into this part of the world than we had previously. But everything is going pretty well. We are making our move like we wanted. Trying to get over the I guess you can call it an isthmus here, and yeah, we are, I think, winning all these battles. Like, it's taking a little bit of work, it must be said, to get these victories, but it's okay. It could be worse. It's mainly the motorized units that are a little bit slow in here, actually. But the good news is we're moving into territory still and not facing massive amounts of resistance. I mean, there are a decent amount of units up here facing off against us in this part of the world, but you know, that's okay. And I think we're about to complete another little encirclement over by Homel, which would be very good. And in fact, I can see that we've just got another couple of infantry units there. So, a couple more kills in the center. We will take it. We've closed in on Kharkov and Kursk. And we are currently, as it stands, trying to complete a little encirclement, if we can, of all of these units here. It looks like they're falling back in pretty slow-going order, so with any luck we'll be able to handle things. Let's try and push in there. And, yeah, the Turks are actually helping us pretty effectively, it's got to be said. And I see another couple of encirclements down here of a few more divisions. Be great to get another one maybe in and around Kharkov, to be honest. Still suffering from fuel problems, which is less than ideal, but it's okay. We will make it work. Okay, and I can see the Italian Corps have nearly made it up into position. We've got one single NKVD division behind the lines, which is less good. Really doing the aggravating thing of just kind of sticking around when they're not wanted. Okay, nice little victory there. I think, to be honest with you, I want to take our units maybe around the flank a little bit here. I think that could be useful. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, some tanks have managed to push through. So there's some swamps here. And some marshlands. Not so good. And Ivanov thought he was being brave, but he is not being brave. He is about to get his ass handed to him. Right, yeah, keep pushing that attack there, please. Okay, nice. I think we are attacking Tim. Very important. Don't give Tim a rest. Okay, and the surround I think is coming along quite nicely towards Izium. Like so. Yeah, onwards and upwards. Okay. Alright, we'll take the tanks that way. And we'll take the cavalry in and around to finish the job there. And you know what? We'll leave those garrison units behind. Okay, and getting a little bit more officers in. We'll take it. And yeah, I don't need to do elite commando units. Let's take that off there as well. And we love no losses. That is what we want to be seeing. Lots of positive victories. And we'll move you that way. And we'll take the tanks over here. Yeah, making good progress. Okay, and then we'll move you north. We'll move you north as well. Okay, let's take you guys that way. We'll take this semi-motorized unit that way and this one up here. And we'll take the cavalry unit, which is probably the most powerful, up the center as well. Okay, and there is a small little counterattack happening here. Spearheaded by a single tank division. Don't have a huge amount of armored support here, so need this tank unit to get in, ideally. There we go. Right, start to get around the suburbs of Leningrad, please, if you would be so kind. Okay, good. And yet another infantry unit here to do a little bit of support with. And I would imagine... Ah, yeah, they've already reached their home base. That's good. Okay, and one small little victory that we're due, hopefully, around here soon enough. And yeah, keep pushing up towards Smolensk. And yeah, we want to get you around there. You can clean up this place. Yeah, no harm there. With these are the semi-French units that aren't semi-French anymore, but were at one point. Right, Castle Schacht. Okay, Battle of Horki. And I feel like all of you, we want to start moving towards the mountain areas if we can. We'll let the, with the exception of maybe the Cav unit, you will move in this direction. Okay, tanks are moving up quite nicely. Okay, and I think we can probably try for another little encirclement maybe around here, to be honest with you. Maybe around the Dawn region. Like so. And we'll take you down the Donuts Basin. Because there's a lot of units here that are at play, if we can get them. Okay, and another unit there to think about. And a small little counterattack happening here, but nothing too concerning. And Hauser is pushing forwards remarkably well. And we're just waiting on Luigi to start his attack to deal with this one little annoying NKVD division. And that is a nice victory at Orel. We're now coming up from the south as well as from the west on Moscow. And hopefully our push north will pay some dividends in a minute as well. Okay, and that looks like a nice solid victory there. So if we were to take, I don't know, all of you and make a little attack there, would that be okay? I think the answer to that question is a nice resounding yes. And yeah, 5 hours and then we can expect them to attack. Keep the push going here. And I think I see a slight shortening in the front going on at the moment. You serious? I think they are serious. Okay, so we're dealing with a little bit of annoyance in our rear lines, but we can handle that. Just want to get an encirclement if we can. Take ownership of captured mines. Special Forces Commandos. I don't think we actually need any more, to be honest with you. I think we've got more than enough. And, oh, there's a little free there. And yeah, we are neatly closing in now. And you must be ready to go. Yeah. Taking them out. And the Lebensstarter is on the right axis of attack to handle things. And I do think this encirclement is going to come off. You know, just looking at it, our units are in a pretty good place. We're well organised. At a glance, Things look positive. Let's maybe try and pull these guys a little bit closer to the front. But all in all, things seem to be going pretty well. And we've got enough units kind of left over to deal with things. I mean, there's a lot of divisions down here for us to capture. It is not insignificant at all. And, aha! Happy days. So, if I was to leave one of you behind... There we go. And then I want to surround, really, over here, if we can. And we've got an option to do Find Stalin. We won't do it yet. And I want this next pocket to work out, to be honest with you. Ah, nice. A nice simple move here. And yeah, maybe a little bit of a concern about, you know, possible encirclement, but not too worried. I think we've got enough. Right, we can pay this off, I reckon. Okay, 10 officers a day. We'll take it. And yeah, we are just over 1 month following the invasion, which is quite something. Okay, yeah, so we've got enough units to spread out and effectively get a nice little spot down here organised. And it does look like we're beating that back. Try for both of them to click into there. And we are in control of the mountain paths now. And our tanks are starting to get nicely into position. Gundarain has now become a... Gundarin has just become a level 6... commander, and he can clean up that pocket while he's at it. Love that. So another few more units at play here. Okay, and we are closing in on Stalingrad. Okay, good. pretty happy. I think we've done a good job here, to be honest. We've nearly cleaned things up to a good level. Alright, and then let's let our very helpful HQs do what they need to do. And it looks like we are winning the battle at Slamensk. Okay, so no gaps in the line now by the looks of it. Okay, and a few units encircled and dealt with here. Let's try and move our Marines over to do what we think they need to do. Okay, and this is definitely a tough battle. It has to be said. Let's support attack there with you, get them into position. Does look like they're able to win that. Okay, and I am expecting Finland in a minute to be available for us to tap on the shoulder and go, come on, lend us some help. Okay, and I think the pocket is nearly done over here. So we've got 3 divisions down there. We've got another 2 here. We've got the better part of maybe 1 or 2 units down, like at least maybe 10 in that part of the world. And another 2 there, so we've got a few. We've definitely got a few, and these Marines look like they're about to get some more as well, because yeah, there's another 6 there defending that, plus those there. There's probably another 8 or so that we can call upon. Hope will be we can kick into here as well. Not quite. Oh well, it is what it is. Alright, let's take you that way, and you know what? We'll take you actually that way. Hit them all around the flank. Alright, come on. Nice. Now, we are not far off the Finns at all. I mean, they've still got a pretty decent amount of units on the border. That's the only issue that I can really see at the moment. And yeah, let's liquidate this all down. Okay, and we are still heading up towards Moscow. The move is happening. Let's maybe try and do something like that just to kind of reorganize ourselves a little bit. Oh, and at a glance, it looks to me like it's worked. So, we've got at least another capture of 100,000 or so there to think about. Around that pocket, which is, again, very good. Okay, let's try and just keep our attacks in this part of the world organized and going as we would want them to. If there is a hole anywhere, it's probably right here at the moment, but that's okay. I would rather it there than somewhere else to the north. Right, let's support attack there with both of you. And hopefully, yep, that does look like it's tipping the scales in our favour. And some divisions are being forced backwards. I imagine once we take this province, it will cause Finland to join us. And yeah, nice Kampfgruppe there in position as we want it. Okay. Some tanks and things nicely reorganized. And yeah, we're able to move north now towards Moscow. And how's our supply area over here looking? Let's support attack there with you. We can do something there with that. Right, yeah, that will beat out that unit. And yeah, you know what? Let's move that one down that way. Okay, and we're closing in on all of their European ports. So eventually their navy's going to have to do a little bit of a death ride, I reckon. Right, we won the Battle at Novgorod, did that say? Well, hey, that is good. Right, this has been a hard-fought battle. It does look like we're finally going to get victory. Okay, so we can send forces as an expeditionary, and it looks like Finland has just declared war on the Soviet Union, so that's good. They'll also do a bit of trading with us, which, again, never a bad thing. Help us with our rares issue. Let's organize the new army that we've probably inherited. Oh, actually, the Finns have got it. Okay, that's fine. We'll let them do what they need to do. Okay, and then move you like that. And we can do something fun along these lines here. Let's not give them a moment's rest. And yeah, they've pushed them back by the looks of it all across the front there. So again, no bad thing at all. This will let the Finns have their own fun up north. Nice move on Bryansk. And then the Totenkopf and the 33rd Panzer. Our front lines are not far off now. 200 kilometers away. 126 there. And yeah, we're completing our little encirclement along the coast there. And yep, the Finns are doing what I wanted them to do, which is push out. So, no complaints from me on that score. That's exactly what we wanted them to do. Right, my hope will be that we can take a little bit of a northern push to all of this. Finish the job. Okay, and we've managed to complete that encirclement in and around Kharkov. And we'll take the 9th Panzer towards Stalingrad. In fact, we've got a lot of units heading towards Stalingrad. Okay, and a small little bit of artillery as well. Heading that way. And yeah, I think we're going to keep the Hungarians raring to go. And it's very nice to see everything organized quite nicely across the entire front. In fact, let's take all of you and move you like that. We'll take you guys down this way. And yeah, with our mountain units, we'll head them in this direction. Okay, and the Tbilisi location is now under our direct control. Now, the real question will be, where will the Soviets start to rebuild their front? Because in the south, they don't have nothing. In the north, they've got a little bit more to be working with, but it's still not huge. Just wonder where they'll end up wanting to push out, really. Okay, and it's looking pretty good. We are getting somewhere. And yeah, let's take the fortress busting units and get them, start to get them into position. Okay, and our enemies not looking so good. Okay, and do we think that Finland will nicely push out like we expect them to? My hope is a nice solid yes, but we will see. Okay, and I think that looks like a logical location for us to try and meet up at. And we have now got ourselves a captain of industry going. Well, hey, that is good. Everything is nicely organized. So, another motorized division. The question becomes, where do we want to send it? Maybe over here, where we've got a little bit of a gap at the moment, and we know that we're probably going to need some units soon enough. Okay, and yeah, we are in Tula, so just to the south of Moscow. Just waiting for the leaving starter to kick in, and it's August 1st. So I think we're slightly ahead of schedule, if I'm correct with my dating of things. Right, and I think we're going to try, yeah, and move these guys south to do a little bit extra work. If we can. And it doesn't look like there's a great deal of units there. But we will organize our divisions to attack. So, see some battleships. And yeah, this one's probably going to be pretty tough. If we were to split off the fighters, yeah, we can do a ground attack like that. And if we were to, I don't know, move, yeah, the Italians, yeah, all of you over to Odessa. How does that sound? Okay, so we're going to say 9 to all of this. Form the couple of Kampfgruppe. Break them up for scrap. We'll take the 250 of rares. And again, that buys us another couple of days. So, Soviet railways are too wide. Well, that is a shame. And then put a little bit more into supplies. And then hopefully they can do a little bit of a build mission there. Okay. Dislike that, but that's probably a byproduct of the amount of how quick our units are going now. Literally looking at open air in front of us. And then you're moving on Krasnodar and Anapa. And yeah, we're launching a little bit of a little push down here. Move you that way, and let's move you that way. I want all of these units to hurry up towards Stalingrad, please. You're going to be used over there for that purpose. Let's move the tanks north. Okay, so what are we dealing with over here? Relatively large mass of motorized and things in this location, which I'm not a massive fan of, so we're going to try and break that up a little bit. Again, massive garrisons and things over there. Some more infantry to consider in this part of the world and move against. So yeah, we'll keep that movement going. I want us to beat this back. And I think that is the end of this pocket of troops in the north. And I'm happy to reward that. We'll do moderate support after victory. And yeah, happy to go ahead with that for now. Let's break them up for scrap. And did we just gain... I think we did just gain something extra. Baltic Partisans. Ugh. That's a disgusting amount of units over here to be dealing with, but that's fine. We'll make it work, and then all of you get going with your ground attack. I want to see a bunch of done-in garrison units if we can. Okay. I mean, this looks pretty good. I mean, this looks organized. It's the 1500 tank brigade. We're going to have rejoined our units in a moment up there. I think I'm going to call it an episode here, everyone. So thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing the next episode of the Germany campaign. Thanks again. Bye-bye.